Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Now there are four stages. First stage is a generation. Second stage is a transmission, and third stage is a distribution, and a fourth stage is a utilization. Okay. First stage generation, second stage transmission, and third stage distribution, and fourth stage is a utilization. Okay. This is the fourth stage. First stage, in first stage, we study first stage in a PS1 subject. Okay. In second stage is studied in a PS2 subject. Next, stage 3 topics will be studied in a EDS subject. Okay. Another subject is also there, SGP. Okay. SGP subject. Okay. SGP subject and EDS subject. SGP subject comes under protection. That means fuses, tripping coils, this like. Okay. Next, distribution system. This is comes under a third stage. Fourth stage is a utilization. Okay. After power is coming to our home, how we are using this is called a fourth stage. That is the utilization. Not only for our home, but for a industry purpose and for a small scale purpose, for a large scale purpose. Okay. How there are using this power comes under utilization. Okay, these are the textbooks. JNTK prescribed textbooks. First one is Openshaw Taylor, Openshaw Taylor, and the second one is Parthab. Okay, and these are the textbooks. These are the textbooks, reference textbook by JNTU. Okay, NV Suryanarayana and CL Vadva. NV Suryanarayana and CL Vadva. This CL Vadva is one of the standard textbook. Okay, next. Further reference textbooks are these three types textbooks, and these two are same textbooks, and electrical energy, Sivanagaraja, and these are textbooks of R.K. Rajput. I am following this textbook. Okay, utilization of electrical power and electrical traction. Next, this is the syllabus. Choice of motor, types of electrical drives, starting and running castings of speed control. Okay, this unit is a very big unit. Okay, it takes 1 month. Okay, it takes 1 month to teach the subject, but we have to we are very careful. We have to be very careful. Okay, that is a in terms of syllabus. Okay, that means the topics which are in syllabus has to be covered. Okay, that means we have to first see the syllabus and then go to the subject. Okay, now next, choice of motors, types of electrical drives, starting and running castings, speed control. Next, temperature rise, application of electrical drives, types of industrial loads, continuous loads, intermediate loads, and variable loads. Next, load equalization. This is a first unit. For this first unit, I am preferring this textbook. That means I am much interested in this textbook. Why? Because so many topics are uh, covered under this textbook. Okay, this is the older version. This is the new version. Next, choice of motor. To select the motor or to choose the motor, these are the factors. Okay, these are the factors we have to consider. Total 8 factors are there. In these 8 factors, sorry, in these 8 factors, we have these 5 in syllabus. Okay, these are the 5 topics in our syllabus and very, very important. Okay, questions will be given from this topics only. Okay, maximum questions will be appeared from these topics. Okay, next, first one is a nature of electrical supply. Okay, this is the overall diagram. This is the overall diagram. For every topic is completed, again this diagram will be appeared. Okay, suppose one is completed, again this diagram will be completed. This diagram will be appeared. Next, two is completed, again this slide will be appeared. Okay, next, first one is a nature of electrical supply. Nature of electrical supply, we have two types of supplies, AC and DC. Okay, single phase supply, three phase supply. Three phase supply, we have again two types, delta supply and a star supply. Okay, next, second one is a nature of drives. Nature of drives, that means different types of drives are there. There are group drives, industry, individual drives, multi-motor drives. Next one is nature of load, classification of load with respect to time and with respect to duty cycle. Okay, next, electrical characteristics. Electrical characteristics are 4 types, but this fourth one is not in the syllabus. Okay, we study A and B as a one topic, A and B as a one topic, and C as a second topic. Okay, most of the questions come from a speed control only. Okay, most of the questions come from a speed control only. Speed control is very, very important. Next, mechanical considerations. Mechanical considerations, types of enclosures, types of bearings, types of transmission drives. Next, heating and cooling time constants of a motor. This is very, very important topic. Heating and cooling time constants. Okay, heating has a one derivation, cooling has a another derivation. Okay, you have problems also. Next, service and capacity. Next one is a service and capacity rating. Service and capacity rating. These rating is very, very important. Okay, rating topic is very, very important. In A, we have 4 methods. Okay, requirements for continuous, intermittent, variable loads. In this topic, we have 4 methods. Okay, that 4 methods is very, very important. And next one is a pull out torque or a overload capacity. Next one is appearance. Appearance is natural cooling, self cooling, and separate cooling. Okay, next, 8th one, cost considerations. Cost considerations are capital, initial cost, running, operational cost. Okay, these are the 8 important factors. Next, first one is in these 8 important factors, what is the first one? First one is nature of electric supply. Okay, nature of electric supply. We know that already electrical supply is 2 types, AC and DC. AC is 3 phase, single phase. DC is only one type. Frequency is 0. Next, DC supply. In DC supply, already we discussed about that in anything. Okay, in this subject, we discuss anything. We link always with the motors. Okay, we link always with the motors. That means this subject is always preferable for motors only. Okay, that means this first unit is always linked with the motors only. Okay, that means DC supply. For DC supply, what are the DC motors we are going to use? For AC supply, what are the motors we are going to use? For high frequency, what is the effect of high frequency on motors? Okay, this will be where we're going to understand. Next, DC motors. For DC supply, we give DC motors. For DC motors, we give DC supply. Okay, for DC motors, we give DC supply. Okay, DC supply is used to get excellent torque characteristics. Okay, one of the advantages of DC motors is starting torque is very high and speed torque characteristics are very good. That means at any speed it can be adjusted. Okay, that too heavy machines like traction equipments, hoists, evaluation elevators, steel machines are works on DC only. That's why for this purpose AC is converted into DC. Okay, for this purpose AC is converted into DC. Next, AC supply, three phase, single phase. Three phase is taken as a high power, single phase is taken as a low power. For high power we use high machines, for low power we use low machines. Here polyphase induction motors are used generally. In this induction motors we have two types. First one is squirrel cage induction motor and second one is a slip ring induction motor. Squirrel cage induction motor is used for small ratings. Slip ring induction motor is used for high ratings. Okay, next, in squirrel cage induction motor resistance is 0, whereas in slip ring induction motor resistance varies. Okay, next, for single phase induction motor we use for small loads. Next, merits of frequency, high frequency. Okay, if frequency is high, size will be low. That is one of the biggest advantage. And efficiency will be same. Okay, efficiency will be same. That means if one machine or if one machine has a 75% of efficiency, 75% of efficiency, after frequency is increased, size is decreased. Okay, again its efficiency will be same 75%, but size is small. That gives a very much advantage. Okay, here there are two equations. One is for alternators, one is for alternator, and second is for DC motors. Okay, with this single equation, one subject is there, that is called machine designing, electrical machine design, electrical machine design. Okay, with this single formula, that is a P is equal to K D square L N. Here D means a diameter of the motor, L means a length of the motor, N is the speed of the motor. Okay, next, see here again this slide is came. That means first topic is completed. Okay, whenever this slide will come, about topic will be completed. Okay, next one is a nature of drives. Second one is a nature of drives: group drive, individual drive, and a multi-motor drive. Okay, this is the second one, types of drives. Okay, second one, nature of drives. In nature of drives, first of all we are taking a types of drives. Okay, before that what is a drive? What is a drive? uh, System employed for motion control. Okay, if some system is in a motion control, then it is called a drive. If motor is included for this motion control, if motor is included for this motion control, then it is called electrical drive. Okay, simply this electrical drive is the combination of control unit plus motor. Okay, this electrical drive is the simplest combination of control unit plus motor. Next, this is very important diagram. Okay, this is the block diagram of electrical drive. For an electrical drive, this is the main block diagram. This may be extracted from this also extracted from textbook. Okay, in textbook black and white is there, here it is the color. Okay, source means here we are using AC source. Okay, we are using AC source, power modulator. This power modulator gives whatever power required by the motor. Okay, if we are giving 10% of power, it requires only 8% of power. Then this modulator understands the situation and gives only 8% of supply. Okay, that too speed torque characteristics. Okay, speed torque characteristics also maintained. Speed torque characteristics also maintained by the power modulator. Okay, next, motors. Here motor is a DC motor, or here motor is a DC motor. Next, load. Okay, load may be anything. Next, sensing unit. Sensing unit means output is observed. Output is observed. That is observed output. Okay, observed output. Uh, Output is observed, and if that output is satisfied, then sensing unit gives a satisfied signal. If it is not satisfied, then it gives a not satisfied signal. That means it gives error. Okay, here it sends a error. If output and required output is same, then it gives a error is equal to 0. Okay, output and required output are same, then it gives a error is equal to 0. If it is not same, it gives a error. Again, this control unit controls it and gives the signal to the modulator, and this modulator gives to the motor, and again output is generated. Okay, next, source is a AC source. Okay, for a high frequency, three phase is used. For high power, three phase is used, and for low powers, single phase is used. Power modulator flows the power from a source to motor, sends speed torque characteristics. It regulates the source and motor current within the permissible values. Okay, permissible values means starting current, braking, and speed reversal. Okay, if speed is reversing, automatically motor speed will be reduced. Braking also decreases the motor speed. Next, starting current, starting torque or starting current. Okay, starting current and starting torque. Okay, DC motors always have a starting torque is very high. Okay, that means here starting current problem is also one of the problem. That means whenever switch is on, motor receives a huge amount of current. That is called a starting current problem. Okay, for that purpose only we are implementing starters. Okay, for that purpose only we are implementing starters before the motor. Okay, these starter limits the starting current and gives slowly current to the motor, so that that current cannot be damaged to the motor. Okay, that is called a starting current. Next, selection of mode of operation, that is a motoring or braking. Already we know that about four quadrant operation. Okay, four quadrant operation, motoring. Okay, and braking. Okay, quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Okay, these 1 and 4 are called motoring operation, and 2 and 3 are called braking operation. Okay, forward motoring, forward braking, reverse motoring, reverse braking, that like. Okay, electric motors commonly used in electric drives are DC motors only. Okay, generally it is used as a DC motors. In some conditions, induction motors, synchronous motors, brushless DC motors, stepper motors are used, but most of the conditions DC motors are used. Next, load. Okay, uh, load may be fan, pumps, robots, and washing machines. Okay, next, control unit. These control unit has a very important unit called firing circuit. Okay, firing circuit, already we listen about firing circuit in power electronics. Okay, power electronic, alpha is equal to 0, alpha is equal to 30 degrees, alpha is equal to 45 degrees. Okay, that is called a firing angle. Okay, this firing angle can be created with the firing circuit. Okay, for sophisticated controls we use a microcontrollers. Okay, next one is a sensing unit. Sensing unit, here two types of sensing units are there. First one is a speed sensors, and second one is a current sensors. Okay, first one is a speed sensor, and second one is a current sensor. These are the most important parameters, whereas these are a closed loop speed control scheme and current limiting control. Okay, next, types of motor. What are the overall types of motors? We have three types of motors: AC motors, DC motors, and a special type of motors. Okay, in this type of motors, in AC motors we use generally induction motors and synchronous motors. In DC motors we know that series, shunt, and compound motors are used. In special type of motors we use a stepper motor, brushless DC motor, universal motors, and reluctance motors. Next, types of drives. Okay, types of drives are different types of drives are there. But here we are classifying drives based upon a number of motors only. Okay, depending upon a number of motors, we are dividing the drives into three types. That is group drive, individual drive, and a motor drive. This group drive is also called a line shaft drives. Okay, next, these group drive and individual drive are same. Okay, these are called a single drive, single motor drive, and these is called a multi motor drive. Okay, these two are comes under a same category. That category is a single motor drive, single motor drive, and these multi motor comes under okay multi motor drive. Okay, now in these two conditions only one motor will be there. See here one, and see here also single. Okay, one or more than two machines from one line shaft through the belt or pulley. That means one motor is there, one motor is there. With that motor, shaft is there. In this shaft, more than one. That means this is the load one, and this is the load two. Okay, on the same shaft, two loads are there. Okay, that comes under group drive. Okay, if only one load is there, then it is called a individual drive. If one load having, this is the load, one load having different types of motors, let us say four motors. Okay, here four motors there, four motors are there: motor 1, motor 2, motor 3, and motor 4. Okay, load is same but different types of motors, hence it is called multi motor drives. Next, depending upon different types, here drives are classified. Electrical drives are classified into two types based on supply. Okay, here based on supply they are divided into AC drives and DC drives. Electrical drives are classified into two types based upon running speed. Okay, depending upon running speed, constant speed, and changeable speed or variable speed. Okay, electric drives are classified into based upon number of motors. Okay, here this is our classification. Okay, this is in the syllabus, this is in the syllabus, and it is the previous one. Okay, this is the based upon a number of motors. Okay, number of motors, here number of motors means a single motor and a multi motor. Single motor is divided into two types. First one is a group drive, and second one is a individual drive. Okay, electric drives are classified into two types depending upon based upon control parameters. Depending upon control parameters, there are two types: stable torque and a stable power. Okay, stable torque and a stable power, these are the classification of drives. Okay, but important is this one, important is this one, number of motors. Next, classification of electrical drives. Okay, same explanation but different diagrams. These are the best diagrams, these are the best diagram to explain. Okay, in exam also, in exam also we can write these diagrams. See here, individual drive. Individual drive and a group drive comes under single motor drive. Okay, single motor drive. Individual drives. If each machine has its individual drive motor, then the drive is known as individual motor. See here, only one motor is there, one shaft is there, and only one load is there. Sorry. Okay, here one motor having one load, then it is called individual drives. Next one is group drive. In a group drive, one motor is used to drive many machines. Okay, here only one machine. Okay, here only one machine, but many machines. It drives many machines, it drives many machines or many loads. Here only one, here only one motor, but loads are different loads. Okay, different loads on the same shaft. Okay, on the same shaft it has three loads, hence it is called a group drive. Next one is a multi motor drive. In a multi-motor drive, different parts of driving mechanisms are activated by using separate motors. See here, only one load, but it has a 4 motors. Hence, it is called a multi-motor drive. Next, group drive. These are the advantages and disadvantages. What are the advantages and disadvantages? Already we discussed that in this subject, whatever you are writing at the end point should be advantage, disadvantage, or any applications. Okay, it should be advantage, disadvantage, or any application. Application is very, very important. Okay, application is very, very important. Advantage, disadvantage is okay. Application is very, very important. If it is there any application, you have to write the application. Okay, then only you get full marks. See here, single motor is a large capacity. Okay, group drive. In group drive, single motor of large capacity is less than the cost of individual motors of same total capacity. Okay, that means there are two categories of motors. First motor is large motor, and second motors are small motors M1, M2, M3, so on. Okay, here saying that capacity of large motor, okay, capacity of large motor cost, okay, cost of this large motor is less than, okay, is less than cost of individual motors, sorry, cost of individual motors. That means taking a large motor is a more beneficial than a summing of individual motors. Okay, that is the point. Capacity may be same. Okay, the sum of these capacity and this capacity may be same, but when compared to cost, this cost is low. Okay, large motor cost is low, and remaining sum of the motor cost will be high. Okay, next, advantage. Cost of installation is less, and efficiency and power factor is high. Okay, by using group motors, installation is less, efficiency is high, and power factor also high. Okay, in a missions, we already in missions we always requires okay, high efficiency, and high power factor. These are the two important parameters we are doing any experiment. Okay, to do any experiment, these are the final products. Okay, efficiency should be high, and the power factor should be high. Okay, another parameter is also there, that is regulation, regulation percentage regulation always should be low. Okay, it is quite opposite to efficiency should be always high, regulation should be always low. If regulation is low, then the machine is best machine. Okay, if power factor is high, then the machine is best machine. Okay, next, disadvantage. Main motor has a fault, then all motors has to stop else fails. Okay, this is one of the advantage, because every shaft on that shaft only every load is depending. If that main shaft stops, every load will be stopped. That is the one of the main advantage. Next, individual drives. For individual drives, it is more clean, safe, convenient place. Okay, no problem for other motors. If fault occurs as of a group drive, okay, like group drive, if fault occurs, there is no problem. Okay, only that motor will be off. But whereas in group drive, okay, whereas in a group drive, if a main motor get fault, every load will be get fault. Okay, next, disadvantage. Initial cost is high, power losses is high, and requires more space. For individual drives also, it requires more space. Okay, power loss are also high, and initial cost also high. This is the one of the disadvantage. Multi-motor drive used in a complicated metal cutting, rolling mills, papers making machines. See here, applications are mentioned. Applications are mentioned like this. You have to mention for each and every topic. Okay. Next, advantage of electrical drive. These are the advantages and disadvantages of total electrical drives. Okay, not for a group drive, or not for individual drive, not for multimodal drive. These are the overall disadvantage, overall advantage and disadvantage. Sorry, they have flexible control characteristics. Okay, electrical drives has a flexible control characteristics. That means at any point they can be operated. Okay, wide range of torque variations, speed and power. Okay, for motor we always require a best torque, best speed and best power and best torque speed characteristics. Okay, hence it can be obtained with the help of this electrical drives. Next, high efficiency for electric motors, low no load losses. Okay, no load losses are very less. Short time overload capacity. Okay, overload capacity is a very in small time. Okay, the overload capacity will be of a very small time. In a fraction of seconds it overloads, and again this problem will be rectified. Next, long life. Next, next, long life. ఓకే. ఒక 1 మినిట్ మళ్ళీ వస్తాను ఇప్పుడే జస్ట్. ఓకే. 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 నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ adaptable to any operating conditions. Okay, adaptable to any operating conditions. Explosive, radioactive, liquids, vertical, mountainings. Okay, at any condition these electrical drives can be used. Okay, do not pollute the environment. They do not pollute the environment. Can operate in any 4 quadrant of speed control plan. Okay, already we have this 4 quadrant operation. Okay, in any quadrant these electrical drives can be used. Okay, next, no need of refuel, warm up motor. Okay, to refuel or warm up the motor. They are powered by electrical energy, which has a number of advantages over any other form of energy. Okay, electrical energy has no pollution, and electrical energy can be lightweight. Electrical energy can be carried to anywhere, so that they work on this electrical power. So these are very flexible. Okay, disadvantages: non-availability of drives in the failure. Okay, whenever a drive is failed, immediately it cannot be replaced. Not affordable where no electrical supply is present. Okay, if there is no electrical supply, it cannot be affordable. Okay, now this second topic also completed. That is the nature of drives. Next topic is nature of load. Nature of load. Okay, nature of load. There are two types of loads with respect to time and with respect to duty cycle. Okay, with respect to time and with respect to duty cycle. These are further classified into 6 types, and these are classified into 3 types. Okay. First one is continuous and constant loads, continuous and variable loads, pulsating loads, impact loads, short term intermittent loads, short time loads. And these are continuous duty cycle, short term duty cycle, intermittent duty cycle. Okay. Now, what is the duty cycle? Duty cycle, duty cycle or a power cycle is the fraction of one period in which a single or system is active. Okay. Duty cycle is commonly expressed as a percentage or a ratio. Okay. A period is that it takes for a single to complete an on to off cycle. Okay, this is the duty cycle. Duty cycle is the ratio of T on to T off. Okay, today this class will be completed at this point. Okay, tomorrow we will discuss about the classification of loads. Okay, okay, thank you all.
Thank you, sir.